And we're live.
Who draws the crowd and plays so loud, baby? It's the Ramblecast. Who gonna steal the show? You know, baby, it's the Ramblecast. We can make you love, we can make you cry. We will bring you down and we'll get you high. But something keeps us going, miles and miles a day, to find another place to play. Night after night, we'll treat you right, baby, with the Ramblecast. That's all I want about that one.
Nice work again. As always.
Very well done.
As always, Nick. Always
bring your A game and you give us the B.
And I think I gotta say it's and not he's not here to defend himself, but it's better than anything Jay came up with for the Ramblecast anyway.
I agree.
Because Jay just didn't care. I mean, am I right?
That's Jay. Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, I guess he did a live. Matt was there as a. Have you became a official broadcast member?
They branded me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they branded me with their stamp there.
So they do that to slavery. I'm not sure if Shandy condones
that is not what the handout of the tattoo was, but we're getting ahead of the joke here.
They do it to cattle.
Mm-hmm. Jack, you were about to say that Jay performed a live.
That's what
intro.
I heard. That's what I heard. I was in no condition to hear it.
An intro to what show?
To the broadcast. There was a live broadcast this weekend.
Which Matt pulled me aside and said, "Hey, just to give you a heads up, they've made me do. They're forcing me to do a top 10 list." I go, "Matt, you're a free agent. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want." I mean, when was the last time you came up with a top 10 list for us?
I had forgotten about that until you just said. I was like, wow, it has been a long time.
Oh, shit, yeah. Wow. I think I was supposed to do one for this show,
it used to be like a regular thing. Matt would have a top 10 list. It was entertaining. And they said, okay, you know what? I'll draw some pretty pictures. And then, then that'll be my stick. That'll be what I do, my stick.
Just trying to J this thing, guys. David Gott and Scott, they both gave me some shit for my top 10 list on the broadcast. They said it wasn't up to snuff. That I've lost my edge. I'm pandering to the crowd.
You're pandering to the. Can you expand on that? Like, how are you pandering to the crowd?
They were all drunk. Right?
Fair enough.
There was a lot of drinking going on.
Oh yeah.
So, But Jack, you have a special story to tell us about this week.
Well, I don't think I'm ready to tell that story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're trying to sidetrack.
Come on, Betty Crocker, tell us all about it.
Oh, I just wanted to say that because Nick and Chris, you have been to we were talking before we started that I guess you guys said you were to the real ones, right? The real.
We went to like the first three, and then I've gone back like last time I went was 2016, but
2016. And that's when it was real, is what you were saying. That's when it was.
I went when it was in the Iceplex. That's when it was real.
When we were raising money.
Yeah, and staying up all night.
Well, the one year we did raise like $34,000 one year.
Mm.
But that's when we had the Lost Podcast and we had listeners.
And
in the media junkyard had brought their giant check.
I still have it's right above me in the attic.
It's in the attic?
I swear to God, it's directly above me in the attic. Because I know it's sitting on a box of stuff, and I have it laid flat because I don't want it to bend. So
I'll tell you that having a big check made is wicked expensive.
I know. I've seen The Office.
Yeah, I think I paid like $80 to have that thing made. Wow. But it was worth it. It was awesome.
Didn't you guys also bring down a cake?
Yeah.
Or was that Sue that brought down the cake? Or was that
that was Rob and Chris. They flew with a like a puzzle piece Autism Speaks cake.
And that cake must have weighed like 80 pounds.
Dude, yeah.
I picked it up. I said, "Holy shit, this thing weighs a ton." I didn't even want to cut it because it was so cool.
They took that on carry-on too. Yeah, they had to put that in the overhead storage.
And they're probably stressing out the people because I know when we went to Sunset on the beach and we were on the red carpet, we were getting this is what we were getting the sign.
Oh, we lost track.
We were getting the actors to sign this.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this isn't signed. It's just
what's the season 5 box?
Yeah,
right?
season 5. So we're getting everyone to sign it, and because we were going to auction it off at one of the Auctions and Speaks things. And this guy's in. I have it put nice and neat, and I got it packed in my bag, nice and comfortable. And this guy just starts. I go, "What are you doing?" And he looks at me like, I go, "I have something in there. It's a one of a kind thing, and you're just shoving stuff in there like it." And my wife's like grabbing my hand, going, Relax. I go, "I'm sorry. Can you gently put your bag in there? There's no reason to crush my bag to get your bag in there." And I'm like, the whole way I'm just stressing because I have to go from Hawaii to Raleigh and have it get there, without being. I wasn't going to put it in the check-in, but I'm like screaming at this guy, and everyone's looking at me like, "Do we need to get this guy off the plane?"
Air Marshal.
And I'm like, "Okay, I'm cool. I didn't say bomb. But anyway, so that actually sold for. I wonder who. I can't remember who got it, but I'd like to. I wish I would have just kept it.
Yeah, the only thing
you can check the Talk Shoe records.
But it was for a good.
I remember Joe.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I remember Joe had a pilot script that was autographed by everybody, and I told her, just name a number. I was like, "I'll buy it from you right now."
Oh yeah,
she never did. She never did though.
You had to trump me.
Well, that was the only thing. I have the Dharma suit and I have a Dharma beer can, but I kind of wanted that pilot script too. But oh well.
I have a Hydra hat that was from the show.
Hydra? The Hydra station.
Yeah, it's someone from the show. I'm not supposed to mention sent me. I was sworn to secrecy, and luckily they signed the card they sent, so I have the autograph.
Tom Cruise does have a habit of showing up at places, so.
And I know you have a strong friendship with Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah, it is true. That is true. Yeah. But it was funny because, and then though, "Please do not thank me publicly."
Yeah.
And I go, "Okay, thank you."
It's weird. It's weird because she doesn't even acknowledge you when you see her at Comic-Con either. Like that she knows you. It's a really good secret friendship.
Well, you know what? It's just I'm married, so it's kind of
and now she does play the Wasp in these Marvel movies, so she's moved on.
I'm just saying,
but if you notice when I walk by though, Nick, if you were paying attention, you notice that little wink she gives me.
Hey Jack.
Yeah. Hey Jack.
I always like guys named Jack.
Call me Evie.
Don't call me.
I never called her Evie. That was Jay.
Jay, yeah.
That was
Talk
Jay.
about like the world's worst blunder. Yeah, don't call me that. Oh,
it was because only her friends can call her Evie. Is that what it is?
I don't think she likes to be called. Well, because let's be fair, we were out with somebody's that day all day long. We were hanging out with someone's girlfriend from the show, and they were calling her Evie all day long. Evie. So Jay goes, "So Evie, don't call me Evie." But she was nice about it. Anyway, so that. But going back to this weekend, I thought it worked out because there were a lot of people here.
Yeah, there was.
And
I think there was more than last year.
A lot of new people. I thought it went out. Of course, if we can get Nick and Chris to come back next year, maybe we can brand people.
Yeah,
maybe
with the real thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use a sticker.
Me and Chris get some wire hangers. Make a really crappy one.
like brand.
It'll be like the Old West. We're gonna get one of those things, and we'll have the Drake heated up, and we'll make sure that him and Matt aren't there together.
What's that?
What happened? Because there might be a disagreement on how to.
Okay, all right.
Heat the brand.
Okay, to be fair, it was a misunderstanding at the cooking.
Hey, there were three of us there, and one of us felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you had the shield at that moment too.
I did.
Yeah, you had the cooking grill shield. But,
I did. I was like Captain America.
All right, now my side of the story. is that being a vegetarian, someone who has cooked a lot of veggie meat patties on grills and had them dried to the point where they're just unbearably gross.
Pretty much from the time you put them on the grill, right?
Yeah, they only take like a minute.
No, I'm just saying they're pretty gross from the on.
And Drake had already gone through like a whole round of meat burgers that had gone upstairs.
Yummy.
People demolished them. They
look good.
Right.
In fact, I took them up. I didn't get any.
Right. There were at least 5 of us veggie people that were like, okay,
there were a large amount. I mean, a sickly amount of veggie people up there.
Right. So Amanda and I had formed an alliance where she was basically like, yes, you take care of this. You make sure that these turn out okay. And I was like, got it. I'm on it. So I took these veggie patties down there and just to kind of be like, all right, I want to get these cooked pretty quickly so that we could get more burgers upstairs because people were hungry. And I knew that the meat burgers would take.
I'm hungry.
There was another round of meat burgers coming.
Plus the veggie people are more probably what's a good word for it? They're more
sickly.
Well, they're exactly
all right.
Sheltered.
Yeah.
They're more uptight. They're more angry.
No.
They're
iron deficient.
No, I would say the opposite is true. You meat lovers are really tense, really tight, and
I was fine.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay, well,
I mean, you can make the argument for Jack. I'm not so much sure about Chris and I.
All right, well, let's just say that there were tears shed. There was luckily, there was no blood shed.
Well,
you want getting blood from a piece of broccoli.
You want me to tell the story? Because I was sitting right there.
Sure.
You went to go put.
You go ahead and tell the story.
I didn't even know what you were trying to put on there. I said it looked like kind of like a larger hockey puck, and I go, "What is that already cooked?" You go, "Well, it's." And Drake had the Drake. He had his spatula, and he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well, I'm gonna put." And Matt goes, "I'm gonna put this on there so we can get a cook." He goes, "Oh no, you're not putting it on there. This is my grill. You're not gonna do that. Back off."
He was an anti-Veggite.
No, he's got a system. And you didn't want Matt.
He had a system. Do you remember that part in Braveheart? That was kind of like Drake at that moment.
Well, here's the thing. I'm someone who was not even there, but let me speak from an outside perspective.
True.
If I am on the
keep your Mueller opinion to yourself.
So if I'm on the grill, which I often find myself in when we have cookouts or whatever, I'm typically the grill guy, right? Yeah. So I'm the one who's preparing all the food. If I'm on the grill and somebody comes up with the food that they brought and goes and slaps it onto the grill, that thing is going to get spatulaed right off of the grill. Like,
all right, you're just adding to Drake's "I told you so." I don't need that. I don't need that on my conscience.
I don't even know what Drake said. I'm just telling you what I
told you what he said. Get away from my grill.
But there's a system. There's a system. Like
sure,
you can't wedge in. You can't just wedge in. Like, but here's the thing.
This is a community of people. This is a community.
No. You are getting a little bit worked up because you feel like you're getting ganged up on because you're.
I am. You guys are fucking meat Nazis.
No. If you came up to my grill, if I'm cooking 8 burgers. If I'm cooking 8 burgers on a grill and maybe a couple of dogs, a sausage, or whatever, or if I'm even got some grilled onions in a corner, whatever it might be, if that's happening, and you came over and you brought another turkey burger, a regular burger, a Bubba burger, I don't care what it is, even if it was meat, and you come and infringe upon my grill space, I'm going to have to say something.
Well, he did.
It's not. Okay. It's not the veggie thing.
I have nothing more to say about this conversation.
It's not a veggie thing. It's a territorial thing.
Matt, I'm kind of with you on this, though. I'll take your side, Matt, because it happened to me when I first moved to L.A. Because I had a community grill in my master's degree living area. We had one grill. We were all cool about it, sharing the grill. And then I get up to my apartment building, which is much bigger, and there's this one guy. He wasn't a tool, but he was basically a tool. That's what he did.
Was his name the Drake?
It might have been the Drake. he didn't have a beard, but I haven't seen Drake without the beard, so it could have been him, and he grew it out afterwards. But
But this guy, he was notorious for that. He would come home from work and then grill out shit every night. But he would, it wouldn't just be like a burger. It would be like a whole fucking turkey or a Boston butt or something.
He's bogarting the whole.
He's bogarting the whole thing. And so finally, I was really, me, I'm pretty laid back and nice. And I walk up one day.
Is there another Matt? Is there another Nick we don't know about?
I don't know. Cute and funny.
Someone's got to do a meme of grill with Nick going, I'm cute.
Feeling cute. Might grill a burger.
Yeah. Well, I had one bratwurst. One.
Oh.
And he had, I don't forget what he had, but I basically sat there for a minute, waiting patiently. He
was it a gas grill or a charcoal grill?
It's a gas grill.
Okay.
And so finally, I just say, fuck it. And I go over there, lift the lid, put my brat on, and he just, whoa! I'm not done yet. I'll be done in an hour and a half. Then you can come back.
That's not cool.
That's not
exactly.
Cool.
And that's what I mean. I'm just like, dude, you're out here every fucking night.
Typical person from Los Angeles. I'm just calling everyone out. I'm calling all 20 million people from LA out.
Although I will say that's not the same scenario that we're talking about.
All right. That is true. But however, I also represent the other veggie people in the story who are basically like, hey, we need to get some of this food up to people.
Because you should have saw because it got uncomfortable there. So I said, I'll take the hamburgers up. So I took the hamburgers up and I'm lucky I came off with any clothes because it was like, I must eat. So, but there was enough. I thought there was enough room on the grill to put the veggie burgers on it.
It would only take a minute. That's all I was
just to kind of back up Matt.
Just a puff pass.
But again, backing up the Drake, it's his grill, his rules.
But true that, and we did make up later that night. We did share a room together, and we probably don't know. Maybe we spooned.
I was like this was going. No.
Clarifying question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At any point during the grill strategy or planning period,
did your meat touch?
Did you partner with him and say, "Hey, can you maybe work in some of these veggie burgers for me?"
Oh, that conversation happened prior to the meat grilling. So there was a discussion about this.
Before I got there, because all I saw was
before you got there, yeah.
All I saw was Matt forced.
I don't want to get Drake, emailing, and a big huge back and forth about this grill incident. Oh, we've probably made more of a bigger deal about it. But Jack thrives. I just want to clarify. Jack thrives on this shit. Okay.
What? How I was an
and you were diverting from part 2 of the Saturday night extravaganza.
Well, I want to talk about. I want to finish the weekend first. I mean,
okay, all right. We'll talk about the
everyone. We had a great dinner at Queso Carbone. I lost my wallet.
Yeah, you did. You lost your wallet before you even got there.
Yeah, it was left on top. If you want to hear more,
that was kind of convenient. Don't you think?
Well, I'm not paying.
I still had to pay, but
Jack, what's the name of the restaurant again?
Queso Carbones.
I thought it was Casa Carbone.
Is it Casa Carbones? I call it Queso Carbones.
Dang it! Eat your dang quesadilla.
Queso Carbone. Anyway, it's a nice.
It's quesadilla.
It's a nice Italian.
Carboni.
Have you been there, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, then fuck off.
No, it's not queso. I'm literally just trying to make fun of you for.
Chris was there the first year I went there. So
Casa Carbones. Whatever.
Yeah, house.
Huh?
It's the house of Carbone.
Whatever. It's a great Italian restaurant. I didn't even make a joke about the sauce was better than my wife's sauce. But if you want to hear more, you can go on Crazy Antiques. Cindy and I talk about the whole thing of how I left my wallet on top of the car and all the different stuff. That was a great time there. Saturday, Zach finally had a T-ball game, so I got to see the T-ball game, and I got yelled at for waving to Zach and asking him to turn around so I could take a picture. And they were saying I was on the field. I was in foul territory.
Who's they?
Oh, the Colleen, Jay, Cindy. The guy.
Family was criticizing you.
Typically,
the guy named multiplier times 10.
The guy named Staff. So it just that was. Then we were supposed to go to Chip and Sarah's. But we took Alex home for a nap. And by the time we got done, so we ended up going to the party. And okay, I'll tell it. So Sydney and I got rear-ended last Wednesday on her birthday. Wednesday, this guy came flying in and just smashed us from behind. And if you haven't heard, I have a bad back, and the back was really bad this week. I mean, it was really bad this weekend. So the Drake said he could take care of it. The Drake, who if I would have seen the grill incident, I probably would have backed off. Because this was on Sunday, the grill incident. I got the help on Saturday.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Saturday night.
It all runs together.
Saturday night. So
Saturday night.
You know, and I've had a problem. I can't, and like I said, I don't want people to think I'm a pothead. I'm not a pothead. I would seriously only do it to manage the pain. And I haven't smoked pot it's been like 3 months. What? I'm sorry.
No, and you don't like the smoke part about
the smoke part. It's not something I did a lot. I mean, the hardest drug I've ever done is marijuana. I can't take Advil. I can't take Motrin because I have a weak stomach. And so the Drake says, I got something that'll take your back pain away. So he brings me this brownie. He goes, do you want a corner or do you want something? I go, I don't know. He goes, you want the corner. I said, okay, I'll take the okay. I hear you get angry. So I take the corner slice, and it's a big, but it's flat, but it's a big piece. I said, well, eat the whole thing. And Cindy goes, eat the whole thing.
Sydney gave you permission.
Because, she said it. Well, to be fair, when my back is at its worst, I can kind of be an ass. A little bit. I get a little edgy. And anyone who's had chronic pain will tell you that sometimes you just can't be your cheerful, happy-go-lucky self.
When did that happen?
Well, I've been in pain for my whole life. So anyway, I take them to eat, and I go, you can kind of smell the all right, for you kids playing at home, it had something. In some states, it's not legal. In my state, it's not legal.
Well, you're not admitting to any felony. They can't prove it.
Okay, so I go, okay, well, it's not bad tasting. It wasn't. His burgers were probably better, but it was. So I'm eating it. I said the whole thing. You should eat the whole thing. So I eat the whole thing, and we're still at the at Jay and Colleen's house, and I go, you know what? It has numbed the pain because my back, like I said, it was all the way from my neck to my back, and I said, it has numbed the pain. I go, I feel. He was right, but I don't feel anything else. So I
can't feel my legs.
No.
We feel my face.
We were there for about an hour, and finally we said we got to go home. And I said we got to go to Walmart first because I got to make sure I get a pack of original Chips Ahoy cookies for Matt.
Oh yes, uh-huh.
And I brought those the next day, and those they were gone. Were they not?
No, they weren't. They were still there. They were They actually had to feed them to the turtles. But
there was one crumbled up cookie left of the Chips Ahoy. Mm-hmm. They were gone. David Gott was scarfed them down like it was a crack. So anyway, I go, and it's like an hour's gone by. I go, I don't feel anything. And now Drake has told me nothing about the laid problems or anything like this.
Oh God!
He goes, well, it affects people different ways. Sometimes I don't think anything. Last time Brian had it, and he was all fucked up, and and Matt had it, and he was like, it kind of affected him right away. I said, okay. So I go, I don't feel it. So we go to Walmart, and of course we had the wallet problem the day before. So Sydney's in line. She goes, oh shit, I canceled I put a hold on your ATM. So we're in line. I go, fuck. So I ran out the car. It's pouring down rain. And to see me running nowadays is kind of funny because I can't really run anymore. So I bring in her purse or her wallet, and she doesn't have it in there. And the person behind me, would you like us to buy your groceries?
Oh.
And we only had like 5 things. We're like, no, we got it. So finally she gets it unlocked. We're driving home, and we're about 5 minutes from home. And all of a sudden it's hitting me. And I'm like going, and my debit card was in my pants, my pocket. I go, I found my card. And she just kept going, what? I go, I found my card. And she's looking at me and go, what? I go, I found my card. That's all I kept saying. And so we get home, I said, I'll put away the groceries. I'll put the groceries away. She goes, okay. So she goes up to change. I'm putting the groceries away. And literally, I thought it took me like a half hour to put the groceries away. So, there's 5 things. And so I go, she comes downstairs. I go, I'm so sorry. It took me so long to put these groceries away. And she's just looking at me like going, yeah, okay, all right. Okay. So I go, I got to go take a shower. She goes, why? I go, I got rained on. I got to take a shower. So I go upstairs, I take a shower, and I'm in there, and I'm like freaking out. I'm fucking freaking out. And I go, like I can't get out of the shower. That bad. So I get out of the shower. I'm freaking out. I put the towel around me. I come downstairs. I go, she goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm freaking out. I go, what did you didn't care about me? I was up there for an hour taking a shower. She goes, you just went to take a shower. I turned to look at the oven clock. And literally 3 minutes has gone by since I last slept. I go, are you fucking with me? You changed the time on this clock. I was up there for an hour. She goes, what is wrong? I'm freaking out.
How long were you in the shower for?
3 minutes.
Less than 3 minutes. So
serious time.
I've only had. Are you guys still there?
Yeah. Time keeps on ticking, man.
I went away here.
Oh well, I can still hear you.
Anyway,
Jack, we're here.
Okay.
Just like the shower.
Okay. You were in my shower? I don't remember that. So anyway, I've never had. I think one time in my life when I had some carrot cake that I kind of had a similar reaction. So
was it? It had stuff in it.
Oh yeah, it stuff.
Oh okay, all right.
It wasn't just a carrot cake.
Normal carrot cake.
So at this point, Cindy goes, "Can you go upstairs and put on some pants and stuff like this?" Because I'm walking around just a towel. So I come downstairs. I go, look. I think my heart's going to explode. So we have a blood pressure thing. So she's taking my blood pressure. She goes, you can't move. I go, it's taking forever. Why is it taking so long to check my blood pressure? So first time came back normal. I said, the machine is fucking broken. It's fucking broken. So she takes it again. Same thing. She goes, look, you just need to relax. And then I don't really remember too much after that. But she goes to me. She said, I stopped and put my hands on my head. I go, I got to stop thinking. And she goes, why? I go, every time I think about something, it happens.
Okay, Brian Wilson.
Yeah, so I am so fucked up at this point. I kept coming and talking to her, and finally she goes, I was trying to watch the Padre game, and in between, MLB Network, they have commercials. And there's like a minute and a half of commercial. I go, well, no wonder fucking baseball sucks. They got 30 minutes of commercials. These commercials last forever. And she goes, what are you talking about? I go, they just have commercial after commercial after commercial. Oh, I tried watching Friends. I go, this is the longest fucking episode of Friends I've ever fucking seen. And we have the windows open. I'm looking behind me. I'm looking around me. I'm so paranoid. And she goes, just go over there and sit down, watch the game, and leave me alone. Because she's laughing. She thinks it's funny. And of course,
I think it's hilarious.
The kids are upset that she didn't film me.
Seriously.
And she goes, I didn't even think about it. But I'm like going,
it would literally be a Crazy Hank episode.
Yeah.
That might eclipse the Naked Zamboni video.
It might.
Yeah.
I was so fucked up. I mean, it literally... She goes, lay down, and I'm laying down, and my head's spinning, and everything's just going. I can't. Things are in my head. So the Drake, he fucked me up.
But here's $1 million question, Jack. How did your back feel?
It felt great until the next morning when I woke up, and seriously, there was no pain whatsoever. Yeah. But again, it took away the pain just in the beginning. But I said, I go, why don't you fucking tell me it has a delay? And he goes, it affects people differently.
Yeah.
And I was my wife still laughs about it because I was walking around the house. I'm looking because the only thing that kept me grounded was looking at the clock. I go, it's only been a minute.
I cannot help but think about the Steve Miller song now. So.
But I was.
Time keeps on.
Yeah, I was.
Into the future.
I was so, and I told Drake I would tell this story on the podcast because I didn't want to tell him then. I'm thinking the whole time. I go, did he put something in there that's going to kill me? Is he the serial killer? And the whole time he's laughing because we're accusing Dennis of being an assassin and Dan being a killer. I go, he's the killer. He's the killer, and he sent me a message. I go, but wait, there's witnesses. I think I even said, I go, you're my witness. You're my witness. You saw who gave me the brownie. And she's looking and go away. Go away. So I was thinking that he was trying to kill me, so I was afraid to go to sleep.
Wow.
Because I wouldn't wake up.
So, Jack.
Yes.
Sounds like you had an interesting night.
I did. I did.
Yeah, an experience.
So this should not dissuade you from a more monitored and calculated ingestion of said materials. And this is no offense to Drake, because it sounds like he did a fantastic job.
He did his job. Yeah.
And he was right. He was 100% spot. Because his only argument was, "Did your back hurt after you took it?" I go, "No." Then I did my fucking job.
So there you go. So the thing is, though, I'm assuming Drake perhaps made these at home. I don't know what level of precision he did in making it.
I'm guessing they were homemade.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, in places like Massachusetts, where you can go and freely buy these things whenever you want to, they're made in laboratories. So they're actually very precisely
not by potential serial killers.
Correct. They're made with like very precise contents. So like I have upstairs, I've got a bunch of these little fruit chews that are very low. They call them microdose.
I did tell the Drake. I said, I appreciate it, but I will never fucking take anything from you again. Because I woke up the next day and we had. I said, I don't think I can go out there. I don't think I can drive. If we hadn't had the weekend where everybody was showing up, I wouldn't have showed up.
Yeah, you when you were at the grill, you were like, I'm still kind of feeling the effects. Is what you said.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing, Jack. Too, I have another amazing product that if I can ever get down there, I'll definitely bring you some. Or if the south of the Mason-Dixon line, or wherever the hell you are, north of the Mason-Dixon line, I don't know. North Carolina. Sorry, Nick.
The Mason-Dixon line is the southern border of Pennsylvania.
Great. So definitely south. So if you guys ever get progressive enough to embrace
good luck with that.
The medical or recreational usage of marijuana and cannabis, I have this amazing muscle cream. It's called Wonder Balm. And it's kind of it's like a hand cream consistency, but it works much like a Tiger Balm does, or like a Bengay, that type of effect. But it's made with THC, not CBD or everything, but it's THC. And there's zero psychotropic or any type of mental effects whatsoever, but it makes your muscles feel like butter.
Yeah, because that would be great. Because usually if I have smoked marijuana, it just relaxes me.
Yeah,
I don't have this where I'm like.
See, this is a concentrated effort right to the muscle or to the joint that is causing you pain, without having to go through all the other stuff too. But I also don't want you to not take advantage of the benefits of totally getting high. I mean, it has its benefits, but I mean, when it comes to edibles are a fickle bitch, because anytime I've ever had an edible that was made by somebody, like not like in a lab or produced for sale, it is one end of the spectrum or the other. I've never had the just right experience. I've always either been like, oh, this isn't really doing anything, or holy shit, the walls smell purple. You know what I mean? Like that's like the two differences.
Tastes like schnozberries.
I can't deal with that again, because I think my imagination is too crazy.
What I always did in those situations where you know that like you're going to be on a wild ride for a few hours, just put on some Miles Davis, dude. You'll be fine.
I was actually watching the Padres, just going, "Come on."
Well, that's what I mean, but you're concentrating with that because you're used to the audio, you know it. But like if you have some jazz or some classical that doesn't have a pattern,
right?
Yeah,
you'll focus on that, and it'll just mellow you out.
Watching a sports game, it amplifies the feelings of like
time.
Of testosterone, of being like rooting for one team and being like caught up.
And they were playing the Dodgers.
I watched part of that game, I think, or that was on. that
I
night.
hate the fucking Dodgers.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But it just was. It was the time thing because I came back. I said, I think I came back. My wife, because she said today, she goes, "Yeah, you came back in and you yelled at me." She goes, "How the fuck is it not midnight yet? I've been sitting over there for like 18 innings." It was still only like 10:05.
So here's another thing for you, another tip, and I learned this from my weed doctor, the guy who gave me my medical license.
Dr. Weed.
So, have you heard of CBD?
Yes.
No.
Is it available?
I've had some stuff like that, and it does nothing to.
No, it probably wouldn't. But is it available near you? Like, can you get from a reputable source, not like the gas station vape pens or anything like that?
No, I can. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. CBD is a phenomenal, what they call like rescue dose. So if you are ever in the state like you were in, taking a vaping of a CBD or a CBD pill or anything CBD actually has the reverse effect on what you're if you get too high.
Take the thing off.
It is, yeah. What CBDs do naturally is they actually calm everything down, right? So. My doctor said, he goes, because when you first get your license, you're probably very likely going to go and try 100 different things because you can, right? And I was like, okay, cool. He goes, if you leave here with one bit of advice that I can give you is that get yourself a CBD pen or whatever, because it can be like your rescue drug. So if you ever get down the rabbit hole a little too far and your hours are ticking by, like.
Next is going, just listen to jazz.
They should, or whatever.
You can never go too far down the rabbit hole.
Because CBD will bring you right back to level.
And then my wife was like going, why don't you make yourself a drink? I go,
that'll like compound the two.
I said, no. I said, that'll be worse.
Yes, it would.
But you were saying how if we ever voted in and make it legal, that's years down the road. We just allowed veggie burgers into the state.
Apparently.
So I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I mean, you never know, man. Colorado is potentially legalizing magic mushrooms.
I saw that, yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as pot. I mean,
no.
I mean, it comes from pot.
Origins are similar, yes. But I think the effects are far different.
Yeah, like I haven't done those in 2006.
I've never done mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms are they're great.
Like them on my pizza.
They're great, but like it's a half hour, or it feels at least like a half hour. It could be 3 minutes of like the most paranoia you'll ever have, followed by a good hour and a half of like pure bliss.
I've never been paranoid.
Dude, I went crazy.
No.
But would you agree?
Yeah, you're right.
The paranoia is not fun.
It's not.
No,
like,
it's not.
You just need to do them like if you're going to a good concert or something that it's just going to be a good jam. Like I
enjoy just with a beer in my hand or something like that.
It's different.
It's different. It's a different thing. Like it's really introspective. And
I was so fucking. I literally thought my heart was going to explode. I was so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you felt that way, but I find your story about time dilation completely hilarious. So.
Yeah, because she goes, it's the fastest shower you've ever taken. I literally thought I was in there because I couldn't get out. I couldn't open the shower curtain.
I would have liked to.
I thought the shower curtain was locked.
Because, like, to me, it's like the giggle loop. I remember one time doing magic mushrooms in Memphis at a show, and it's things that you don't think you're going to laugh about that you end up laughing about. Because I went into the men's restroom. I think I might have told the story a long time ago. And
you looked down.
No. And I just started laughing. Yeah, I was like, oh, my God, that's what it looks like. No, because you know how
you got an itty bitty penis.
It looks like a mushroom too.
It does. But it's not.
Hold on a second.
Magic.
Am I the mushroom?
I am the mushroom.
And then I just start looking at everybody in the room, going, "Check this out! Check this out!" No,
check this out.
And I get arrested. Yeah. No, because you know how we are in the men's restroom. We're always just super quiet. You go in, you don't say anything, you do your business, and you get the hell out.
No, I've never heard people come in singing.
Yeah, but in this particular situation, though, because it's a concert, the line for the men's room is extremely long.
Right.
And I'm just there in line, and I just start thinking about how fucking awkward this is, how we're all just quiet, and I just start laughing. And I'm that guy in line laughing at myself. And then I realize that I'm laughing at myself, and that makes me laugh even more. So I'm just that crazy guy on drugs laughing in the men's bathroom for no damn reason.
I'm thankful that I got out of there before it kicked. I'm glad we left the Jay and Colleen's house before it kicked in.
Oh man, I'm not
because
that's like a missed opportunity.
Because there were at least 35 people there. Right?
I know, but you would have been in a safe place though.
I'd be in a safe place. I'd be on everyone's fucking Instagram page.
If I was there, that would not have been a safe place.
Well, you see me drunk. You've been around me when I'm drunk. So
yeah,
I mean,
high.
Like every Tuesday night.
I wasn't high. I was just drunk.
Who did I get high with that?
That wasn't me.
His wedding.
It wasn't me. I was shit faced because we were drinking. Was it Peroni? We were drinking shots. Was it Peroni?
Patron, yeah.
Patron, that's what it was. Yeah, we were drinking shots of that because I had because we had a panel the next day. I was still hungover.
Ugh.
People were like, what do you think about it? I go, I don't fucking care.
Tequila will do that to you.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the Drake. He did, like I said, he did solve my back problem. But man, it to me wasn't because my wife, like I said, my wife just thought it was a funny. She's still laughing about it. She came down today. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of something. What am I thinking of?" I go, "Come on, I wouldn't do that to you," because she used to take Ambien.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God, she just. I used to make fun of her all the time.
See, that's what's crazy to me. Is like in a world in which Ambien is cool, because drug companies are making millions off of it.
Yeah,
they won't legalize marijuana.
It should be legal. I was talking to Drake and Shandy at the ice cream thing after the restaurant. Can't remember his name, so I don't want to say it. I'll get picked on. But Casa Carbone, whatever it is.
Is it Casa Carbone?
Casa Carbone. And we all agree it should be legal. I think most people agree it should be legal, but you just have some people that just.
Well, somebody made a really good point one day. I was talking about it, and they said it's a sad world when the most dangerous thing about pot is having it on you. Because there's nothing.
Seriously,
there is some people like psychiatrists and things like that claim that if you have schizophrenic tendencies, if you do, especially how potent weed is today, because it's not like it was in the 60s and 70s.
Oh no,
that like it could possibly trigger
an attack.
If you have it beneath, like you haven't shown tendencies, but like all of a sudden you start doing really concentrated amount of THC, it might trigger like bipolar or schizophrenic behavior.
Well, let's give us schizophrenic a fucking 12-pack of beer and a bottle of Jack and see what happens.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, I'm just saying, like I think it's horse shit.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just trying to make a counterpoint here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I'd like to make a counterpoint before we go any further in this episode and say that we need to take a special counterpoint for those people that make this podcast possible, specifically an advertising break. And we're breaking right now for a special commercial break.
Have you seen a $20 bill on weed?
So what time? Hold on a second. What time? Wait, because I didn't start the clock.
I did. So I wrote it down. So
okay, you wrote it down.
Well, one of these days we're gonna get through the ad break without breaking down the third wall about said ad break.
You know who we want to thank? The people that make this show possible is our patrons. If you want to become a patron, go to patron. Just go to jayandjack.com. Click on the thing to become a patron. You can enjoy this show. We do a live show. We do an extra show after this, which is for all the patrons, right? For patrons that pay how much more? $5 a month. $5 more a month. You get an extra bonus. And last week we talked about something that was just amazing.
Yeah. We had a really good breakdown of Infinity War.
Which was perfect.
Yeah, so if you've just seen Infinity War or you're just getting around to seeing it, check out our extended breakdown because Chris Nick and I, we broke down. We got really super spoilery to the point where we spoiled Jack completely.
I said, I still want to see them because you guys did such a great job. I'm not just saying this. I'm not stoned anymore. You guys did a great job.
You guys talked for like 2 hours.
It's the longest podcast I've ever done.
Oh my God.
How much money did we raise? Anyway.
I can't get out of my headphones.
Anyway,
honey, there are voices. Do you hear them?
You know, it's funny. I was hearing stuff. I go because I told Cindy.
Yeah, it was the TV because you're watching the Padres.
No, the TV wasn't on yet. I said, do you hear the hockey? Is someone in our neighborhood? Is someone in our neighborhood listening to the hockey game?
Ball 4.
But the Canes had already won, so there was no hockey game.
Padres lose.
That was a future hockey game that you were hearing. Yeah.
Canes beat the Bruins. Sweep them.
Yeah, right.
In those situations, I wish I would have had like Ed Hockley's number. Just be like, hey, can you call Jack? Can you call Jack real quick?
Jack, please.
Yeah.
So moving on, I guess let's move on. Let's get off of Jack being high.
I like to thank our six. We thank all our patrons, but Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Rigner Glappler, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, the Drake, and Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for what everyone does to make this podcast and all the podcasts of Jack Podcasting Network successful. Thank you.
Thanks, guys,
and thank Drake for giving Jack
inviting us to this.
Fuck the Drake
for a good 20-minute conversation that was.
And I got a Davida, baby.
Well, he was even on our Game of Thrones podcast last night.
He was.
I should probably listen to that shit. I mean, because I'm enjoying the Thrones.
It was a good one. A good podcast.
Good. So
good.
It's been a week for me, you know. So I'm back at work.
How hard is that when you leave?
Dude, it's so hard. I'm first of all, I'm exhausted because I'm probably gonna have to bolt and go feed that kid when I got the baby monitor on my phone. So as soon as it pops up, I'm gonna have to run upstairs.
That's a nice picture you have on your phone, by the way.
Isn't she cute? Yeah, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Anyways,
she's still liking her brother at this point.
Oh, dude, she's in love. She's in love with a kid. So you know, we've had him. He's gonna be 2 weeks tomorrow. Holy shit, he's 2 weeks old tomorrow.
Wow.
And the second day we had him home, my daughter wouldn't let him go. She literally sat on the couch and held him for 3.5 hours. It was pretty cool. So
it's a Kodak moment. Or were you stoned? He just seemed like 3.5 hours.
No, I haven't actually had. I haven't had any. I haven't not indulged.
You won't let that kid go.
No, but honestly, since he's been born, I actually haven't. I need to make sure I'm in the right space to be taking care of a kid every 4 hours. So, no, I haven't been. But so I wanted to get some stuff taken care of because the steering on my Jeep is getting a little shaky in the sense that like when I was turning, it would like the alignment would kind of like jerk itself if I'm going off like an on ramp or something like that, which it catches itself, but it's just these little minor slippages in the steering. It started freaking me out.
That shouldn't be happening. I'm not
not at all.
I'm not a mechanic, but that shouldn't be happening.
No. And granted, Jeeps have their own little quirkiness here and there, like the death wobble or whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't that. But I was like, all right, I'm going to go get this taken care of. You know, I've got 2 kids now, just 2 car seats in the back. I'm not fucking around with this. I'm going to go
get cargo.
Yeah. So I go in and because I noticed that one of the upper ball joint in the front, if mechanics out there, people who are moderately familiar with how alignments and suspensions work, the ball joint on the axle was a little bit loose. It's giving a little play. So I'm like, all right, I'll bring it in. I'm going to go to Midas. I can put it on.
They have that touch.
Yeah, I can finance it and whatever. No big deal. It's gonna be a few $100. So I go in there. I'm like, yeah, man, the ball joint's kind of F. You guys maybe look at it, do a real quick replacement for me. And he's like, all right, we'll have to get up there and have a look at it. If famous last words. But when you peel back the curtain on any of these things, unfortunately, tons of shit will fall out in front of your face, and that's exactly what happened with my Jeep. So I actually ended up having like a $2,000 repair in my Jeep.
Whoa.
You know, all the ball joints, wheel bearings, universal joints, all this stuff had to get replaced.
How is the car still working?
Well, it was to the point where there's a couple of things that were really bad, right? And the really bad stuff takes, 4 hours of labor to get in there and get the things out. Right. And the other things the Jeep's got 75,000 miles on it. So the other things from a wear and tear perspective would need to get replaced anyways.
Right.
And they're getting to the point where they're getting bad. They didn't have to be replaced, but the ball bearings had to be, or the wheel bearings had to go. A bunch of other things had to go. Ultimately, I was like, well, while it's up there, let's just bang it out. And I didn't get taken for a ride. Like I know exactly what was going on. I knew, and I know my Jeep pretty well in and out. And I could have done all that stuff in my driveway. I'm fairly well inclined on how to do all that stuff, but I got to the point I'm like, I don't have the fucking time to do it. Right?
Not with it.
Yeah.
Not with it.
So I could have done it for half the cost, but the parts, it costs about, it's a little over $2,000 for all the parts and the labor they had to do to get all that shit.
Man,
which sucked. So I was like, shit, well, how am I going to pay for this? And so I looked at,
I got 2 kids.
Yeah. So I'm like, I looked at my stocks. I had some restricted stock units got vested for me and all. I had some extra funds in there. I was like, I'll cash that out. And while I'm in there, I'm going to cash all of it out and get myself a little present, which I did. And I sent it to you guys. And any reaction.
Oh, yeah, little Johnny.
Here's the new addition to my family. It's my brand new John Deere. John Deere tractor is going to be delivered tomorrow between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
My first question was, how many acres of land do you live on?
Just short of 2.
2, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, it's I've always since I was a kid, I wanted 2 things growing up. I wanted a Jeep and I wanted a goddamn John Deere. Wow. And here I am, man.
You're reminding me of that whatever commercial it is where the younger people moving into the suburbs, and they're like, he's becoming his parents. You don't have to become your parents, because you see like all those guys hanging around, and that one guy, they're like, so what kind of lawnmower do you have? He's like, I don't know, I pay some kid to do it, and they're all looking at him like,
yep,
like they slapped him across his face.
Yep, and he's like stretching up against that commercial. The guy's like stretching up against his car, like stretching out his hamstrings. I'm like, that's absolutely me. But I'm pumped, man. I'm got my John Deere. It's gonna be delivered tomorrow between 11 and 3.
Yeah, because my family keeps joking because mowing the lawn is used to be a breeze, but now it's a chore for me.
Yeah,
I literally am like, I almost need one of Drake's brownies afterwards. And they go, you should get, we don't have that much lawn. I look like an idiot mowing the lawn in a John Deere tractor for what we have. I go, it just would look stupid. I go,
no, I disagree.
It is funny how the age affects you that way. Because my dad, he has it's basically an all day job to mow our lawn at home.
What is now for me, but it shouldn't be.
But, it was kind of like his day of peace because he could sit in the tractor and put the radio on or listen to a podcast or whatever. He listens to podcast, but what I mean? And so it's just like, it's his Zen moment. But now that he's 66, I think, it's just like, I'm tired of mowing this fucking lawn. It's just like I just want to, do whatever.
I used to spend hours out there. I would make sure the edging was perfect. I would make sure every weed was taken care of, that I would water it properly. And now, like, to me, it's like, if it rains, it gets some water. If it doesn't rain, fuck it, I'm not watering the lawn. And that's because it's too expensive to water the lawn now. When we first got here, you could leave the thing on all night long. I mean, I didn't do that, but you could leave it on all night long. It cost you like $10 for the month. Now it's like, it costs you, like, if you turn on the thing, it costs you $10. It's just ridiculous. I got the hiccup. Sorry. But now it's just like, I do what I can. It's done and move on.
Yeah. So talk about getting old. I have tomorrow off. And today before work, I went and bought like all this like lawn food. So my lawnmower's gonna get here. I'm gonna trim the yard.
I'm so excited,
and I'm gonna fertilize the fuck out of my yard.
Well, last week because we have we have some apple stock, and I kept telling Cindy, don't worry, it's gonna come back. Don't worry, it's gonna come back. It came back last week, and Cindy, I said, "See, I told you." And of course, the first 2 days this week.
Yeah, it went down. It went down in the time that I took to sell my stock. It dropped like $4. I go, don't look at it. It's okay. It'll come back. It'll bounce back. Don't worry. It's there. It's hanging there. It's gambling. So
You just gotta ride it out, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Bitcoin was all the rage, you know, and I bought some of that, and then it just freaking tanked over the last year. You know, you're like, oh, guess I'll just hold on to that till it rebounds if it ever does.
Well, you should have tipped the guy in the bathroom like
that. Was Cliff. Yeah.
Cliff did.
Yeah. He's still like every time he'll bring it up every now and then. He'll be like, you know, it's gonna go back up. That's what they're predicting. I was like, you said that last year.
Oh shit. I bought some Bitcoin only because you could do it in the Cash App.
Oh,
you know that the Square Cash App, you actually had the ability to transfer your funds into Bitcoin. So I did it, and I have like $4 worth. Bitcoin. It's gonna stay there forever because I don't want to go through the bullshit of cashing it out.
That'd be enough to tip the attendant.
Exactly.
In the bathroom.
Anywho, so I can't wait to do my tractor ride. Maybe I'll have to.
Well, you're gonna have to Instagram it live or Facebook it live.
Yeah, all right, I can do that.
One of y'all brought up flying earlier. It made me think of it. So, like today at work, because I'm just trying to get everything for my new job in line and everything. Because I don't know if any of you guys are TSA pre-checked.
No, I am.
No. Okay, I'd never.
Even though every time I have to do it, they had my birthday. We finally figured out they had my birthday wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because every time I go, wait, I'm TSA pre-checked. They go, we don't have you in here.
Oh.
And so I have to. So then after like 2 hours on the phone, they go, okay, I'd be better off just standing in line. But they said you put your birthday in wrong. I go, why would I put my birthday in wrong?
Yeah.
Why would I put my birthday in wrong? I know my birthday. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, I wasn't pre-checked, but I knew I'm going to be flying a lot for my job, so I was like, okay, I'll be TSA pre-check, and I start doing it, and then my manager walks over, he goes, oh, don't do TSA pre-check. He goes, they have a new program now that's called like global something, and basically it's where you don't have to, you're TSA pre-check, but you're TSA pre-check, but you can skip customs. So I was like, oh my God, because if anyone's ever flown out of the U.S. and then come back in the U.S., customs can be an hour or more.
Yes. And
it's like the fact that I can just not go through customs.
Or it just seems like an hour.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm so pumped. But, of course, you have to like fill out just tons and tons of forms and then submit to a background check and all that. I was like, I don't care if I don't have to go through customs again.
Yeah, to me, it was the greatest thing. When we first got it, it was the greatest thing in the world because there was. But sometimes I've actually gone there and I go, and I've gone the other line. I go, that line is shorter. The regular line is shorter than the TSA line.
Yeah.
Because I'm just doing it for time. I'm not going to do any. I'm not a terrorist, so I just want to get through as fast as I can.
That's exactly what a terrorist would say. and then it's the guy that's paranoid going through the TSA line. The one's over there like licking his wife's face. That's the one you need to look out for.
It's the old Midnight Express.
This TSA line is taking forever. It's forever. You've been here 20 seconds, honey.
It's been 3 minutes, sir.
You guys are taking too long.
I'm wearing a bathrobe because I didn't want to take off my shoes or anything else.
No kidding. Yeah, I didn't want to wear a belt with any metal.
I'm just wearing the towel that came out of the shower.
That's what I meant. Yeah, the towel. Okay. Yeah.
I don't have a bathrobe. I'm sorry. I'm not Hugh Hefner. Come on, what the hell?
Okay, sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No, I got nothing. Nothing at all.
We're at the end of the podcast, but Chris has gone to feed his child, and we're going to do the after show. So I guess Chris can just join us later.
I guess, yeah. Hopefully Chris will be back
for the. Well, let's see, Matt. Do you have any stories about the weekend that you want to talk about? Or you want to wait and talk about it?
The weekend. I mean, there's so much that happened. It's really hard to culminate it into simple stories because it. If you've never been to the Raleigh Meetup, I will just say that it is like a live living Facebook. All of the people that are on Facebook that you may or may not recognize their names or you recognize their profile pictures. And just like Facebook, it's like 20 different conversations all happening at the same time.
It can be loud because sometimes people are talking to me and I can't hear that great anymore. So I'm like leaning in. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So since you're the fan favorite, did you have like lots of photos and people freaking out, going, "Oh my god, it's Matt"?
No.
I had people come up to me and say, "You're so lucky to be podcasting with Matt."
See,
I go, why?
I don't know who said that to you.
They go, he is.
Great.
We love Matt. Now I podcast with. I think I might have podcast with you. You're the second longest I podcast with Matt.
Yeah,
probably now. Yeah, I mean now that Dale's not on, I probably have the second longest running.
Yeah,
so.
But no one ever says you were lucky to podcast with Jay. I mean, I'm just being honest. No one ever says that, but they go, "Man, Matt, he's just the greatest."
No, really.
Sure. I'm not just saying. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass.
All right. Well, thanks for the smoke up my ass.
They said the other guy's okay.
Yeah.
The other guy.
No, there were a lot of people though that we were asking about Nick and Chris, and they were like, "Oh, I'm so glad they're not here." Like, really? Like I wanted them to be, and they were like, "No, it's so much better them not being here, and I can just focus on you, Matt." And I was like, "Okay, fair enough."
Well, who's the one that was dropping rose petals everywhere you walk?
Who?
Someone was dropping rose petals.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Here, I don't know what they're talking about. So
it's Matt.
All right, enough of the glad handing.
Hey, well, no, be fair. Everyone goes, "I have nothing bad to say about Matt."
All right, enough of the Glatfeltering aside.
I'm being serious. I'm being 100% serious, Matt.
Okay, people said nice things about me. Thank you for whoever that was. I'm sure it was just one person. Sherry, thanks for those nice things. But for anybody else that has not been to the Raleigh meetup, or you're still on the fence about going, it is a fun experience just to be surrounded by a lot of people that all walks of life, all different backgrounds. I mean, it is really diverse. The views, the people, the history, the places that they're from, and everybody gets along just wonderfully. There's lots of great conversations and just lots of spontaneous things that happen.
You do find out, because I found out Sherry lived in Italy for 3 years. I was like, wow. And so he's like, we can't go there on vacation. I go, I don't know. But you'd find out things about people that you may not have known about. But it's a great time, and like I said, it's a great group. There had to be 30 plus. There was a lot of people there.
There were a lot of people there this time, yeah.
And of the group, you have all those people, and there's only one really, I would say, a Dean Spanos type person, and that would be Brian.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Brian's the only guy you go, that guy's Dean Spanos. Okay. I mean, you had to shush him during Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Now, just to speak a moment about Game of Thrones and that whole experience, it's okay. So Jay and Colleen's house, for those that have never been there, or for those that have, it's very spacious in the fact that
it's a perfect party house.
You can have 30 people upstairs and 5 people downstairs, or you can have 30 people downstairs and 5 people upstairs. It accommodates either way, and the amount of people that could be there in one given moment, right? So most of the people had camped out upstairs, and they were watching The Long Night. They were watching the episode before the most recent game.
I'll be honest with you, I don't get.
We were so downstairs. We were the extra group that was basically like.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 5. There were like 7 of us, right? Oh, look at that cutie!
Oh, Chris has interrupted us talking Game of Thrones for something so much more beautiful and precious.
Yes,
he's introducing us to his son.
This is his podcasting debut.
Oh, nice.
So beautiful.
Are you going to breastfeed him?
Much.
Show us.
Like many of our listeners, he's just snoozing right through the entire show. So,
many of our listeners are snoozing at this point. Just
I'm going to set you all down over here and give us a bottle. I will save you from the diaper change afterwards. But go on mute.
I change diapers all the time. It doesn't faze me.
It's been a shitty podcast.
Most of the diapers are mine, I should add. But anyway, go ahead. We had 7 people downstairs.
Yes, we had an
30
annex
people upstairs. Would you say?
Yeah, and so in our annex of people that wanted to actually watch the episode as it aired live,
right?
Which consisted of Jack, myself, Jay, and Spanos, the Spanos of the group.
Yeah, Brian, you can say it, Brian.
Yeah, Brian. The Drake, So
Scott was down there. I had to sit next to Dan.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw me fidgeting at one point. My back.
Yes, and Dan. Yes.
My back was killing me.
So it
bad.
consisted
I didn't want to disturb Dan, so I kept quiet.
As Colleen said, it consisted of the white male privilege group that watched it first. So,
yeah, but to be fair, they had the same opportunity, right?
They did. I will say that watching it first just provided one great moment, which was that we could go upstairs and watch certain spoilery moments as they happened live and see their reactions, which was amazing. So,
are you losing
their reactions?
There we are. There was a scene. There was a scene.
I mean, it's really hard to just narrow down.
There was a scene or line that we all ran up to hear because we wanted to see the reaction of some of the people up there. Varys was talking about something with Tyrion, and we wanted to see the reaction of some people to that line, and we didn't get it.
From Sunday night's episode.
Sunday night's episode. Sunday night's episode. Mm. We were kind of hoping that it would get more of a reaction than it got. Anyway, did Matt freeze or am I freezing?
I think we were all kind of, because you guys were in and out for me for the last minute or two.
All right, do we want to stop the podcast now and then do the extra one after this?
That sounds fine.
All right, Chris, you're good with that? All right, hey, thanks for everyone who's joining us. Matt, I think, is frozen because he's just staring at us. But we do this every week. We do an extra one for the for patrons that donate $5 or more a month.
I think it's 15.
Is it $15 more a month?
It could be 5. It could be 15. Who knows?
Well, it's a certain amount, so I can never remember what it is. Anyway, we appreciate joining us. Matt does drawings for people. Do we have any reviews?
I didn't look it up. Let me see.
I checked the emails before we got on here. I didn't see anyone. The Voice is talking about sending us an email. He's been asking for our phone number. If you don't remember The Voice, he was a big contributor during the old Married Man show, and now he's very popular on the YouTube and everything else. He's becoming an actor. So there you go.
Everyone out there, we have not gotten a review since March 29th. So
get
out there and give us a good review, and we will read it.
Do I have to start sending my drawings?
Yeah, or just videos of you stoned, yeah.
But anyway, that's what we got. We appreciate everyone who listens. If you see our tweets, retweet them, all the different stuff we do. But if you shop Amazon, go to jayandjack.com, click on the button that says Amazon. It helps all the podcasters and all this huge network of podcasters we have on here. Everybody gets a little share of it. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com or just go to jayandjack.com. Click on the button that says Become a Patron. We thank them all. There's a whole list of patrons on our patron page, Patreon page, whatever it's called. We thank Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter Glaffelder, Molly, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, the Drake, and Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for everybody who listens to us. We really appreciate it. And that's all we got for now. Hasta luego, and goodbye.
See you, and great show, guys. 1 in a million.
Yeah, that was Matt.
That's Matt.
All right.
And Chris is waving because he can't speak because he'll wake the baby.
Yes. Bye.